Hi friends, hope you enjoyed my previous sessions of data mining. In the last session, I discussed closed frequent item set with an example. So if you missed that session, please kindly watch that video by using above link. So in this session, I'm going to discuss about the importance of Unit 3. So later, I'll give the explanation about classification and classification problem. Data mining. The main heading of this unit is classification. So these are the topics available in the classification. So first one is classification, problem definition. Second, general approach to solving a classification problem. Third one, evolution of classifiers, classification technique. Fourth one is decision trees, decision tree construction. Fifth one is methods of expressing attribute test conditions. Sixth one is methods for selecting the best split. Seventh one is algorithm for decision tree induction. Eighth one is naive-Bayes classifiers. Ninth one is Bayesian belief networks. 10th one is K nearest neighbor classification. So in that, algorithm and characteristics. These are the topics available in classification. Today, I discuss classification problem definition. Now see, classification. So classification is a data mining function. So if you want to get the good knowledge on classification, just I want to give one example. So why classification, where I have to use this classification means, suppose, see if you want to get the loan from reputed bank. So obviously, so you have to submit your related documents to the bank. So by using the documents, then only the bank manager is going to sanction the amount. So if the customer credit risk is low or high medium, right? So in that cases, the bank manager needs to get the good knowledge on your background or historical data about customer, right? So if your credit risk is very high or high, so he or she is going to sanction the amount? No, right? So if customer credit risk is medium, the bank manager can think about your bank application, that is loan application to the bank. Now your credit risk is low, so obviously the bank manager can sanction the loan. So how you will get the knowledge on your data? So obviously the bank manager must analyze the background of the customer. That may be your transaction on the bank, or else daily income or monthly income or yearly income. Based on that income of the customer, so the bank manager is going to sanction the amount. So in that cases, he must know the customer related data. See, he must analyze the data about customer. To analyze the data, say he needs some techniques, right? The bank manager needs some techniques, that is about classification, right? So classification is a data mining function that assigns items in a collection to target categories or classes. The main goal of classification is to accurately predict. So here predict means just like expected, prediction, expected data, the target class for each case in the data. So the end user, knowledge workers must get the knowledge about data. He must analyze the data for each and every case of the data sets, right? Then only he can get the good knowledge. The knowledge workers can get the good knowledge. Then only he can or she can take the decisions of the data. So if data goes wrong, obviously the decisions may be wrong, right? That's the reason the knowledge workers, end users, higher authorities must get the good knowledge about your data. Then only they can analyze your data. So in that cases, classification techniques are really used. Now see, classification problem definition. So here there are two forms of data analysis that can be used for extracting models, describing important classes, or to predict future data trends. So these two forms are as follows. First one is classification, second one is prediction. So here I want to discuss classification and prediction. Where exactly used classification and prediction? Now see classification. Following are the examples of cases where the data analysis task is classification. So as I discussed one example, now a bank loan officer wants to analyze the data in order to know which customer, means loan applicant, are risky or which are safe. So if the customer is safe, so obviously the bank manager can sanction the loan. See, if the customer are risky, so obviously the bank manager not going to sanction the loan, right? So second one is a marketing manager at a company needs to analyze a customer with a given profile. So based on the profile, customer profile only, so he can analyze the data, right? So without data, he is not going to, the bank manager or marketing manager or higher authority people may not analyze the data. Based on your profile only, they check your background or historical data. Who will buy a new computer? A marketing manager at a company needs to analyze a customer with a given profile. So who will buy a computer? Who will not going to buy a computer? So sometimes your credit card information given to bank, so based on that credit card historical data only, so they are going to assign new loans or offers, or so whether the customer is really buy a computer or not, this kind of task will be so appear into the picture, right? Now prediction. So following are the examples of cases where the data analysis task is predicted. So as I discussed, no, predict means just like you have to get the knowledge about prediction, means just like expected data. Suppose if you want to identify the top student in the university, so obviously identification of top student is prediction. Suppose number of female, if you want to know the number of female students in the university as well as number of male students in the university, so that is also prediction, right? Suppose, so if you want to run the business, obviously data must be cleaned, right? Now, so based on the data only, knowledge workers can get the decisions. Now suppose the marketing manager needs to predict how much a given customer will spend during a sale at his company. Suppose, see, if you want to buy a one product by using e-commerce website, reputed e-commerce websites, right? So now needs to predict how much a given customer will spend during a sale at his company. Suppose if you want to buy a product, obviously you must spend some time on that product, right? So by using that time, so the marketing manager needs to predict. So based on that, so the customers may purchase. At the same time, the marketing managers also send the related information to your accounts, right? Suppose, see, if you want to buy a computer, so now, so before going to buy a computer, obviously you have to spend some time, so on that particular site or particular shopping complex or particular organization, right? So based on that time, she is going to predict, so whether the customer buy the computer or buy the another product or not. Now in this example, we are bothered to predict a numeric value. Therefore, the data analysis task is an example of numeric prediction. In this case, a model or a predictor will be constructed that predicts a continuous valued function or order to value. Now see, how does classification works? So there are two steps. First one is building the classifier or model using a classifier for classification. So with the help of the bank loan application that we have discussed above, let us understand the working of classification. The data classification process includes two steps: building the classifier or model using classifier for classification. So now see, building the classifier or model. So there are few steps. First step is the learning step or the learning phase. Second step, so in this step, the classification algorithms build the classifier. Third one, the classifier is built from the training set made up of database tuples and their associated class labels. Fourth one is each tuple that constitutes the training set is referred to as a category or class. These tuples can also be referred to as sample, object, or data points. Now, so there are four steps of classifiers to build the model. Now, first step is obviously learning step or learning phase. So in the second step, so we have to apply one algorithm. So that is step the classification algorithms build the classifier. Third one is build from the training set made up of database tuple and their associated class labels. Now, so there is a n number of tuples, n number of attributes are available. So in that attributes, there are n number of tuples are available. So each and every tuple is important. Each and every attribute is important. Suppose the faculty member wants to identify the top student. So obviously there are n number of attributes available in the student table. So in that, so the faculty member can choose hall ticket number and grade, right? Based on the two attributes, so he can identify the top student. So training set made up of database. So obviously, so in the third step case means we have to identify the each and every tuple and associated with the class labels. Now, fourth one, each tuple that constitute the training set. So now, so if data is cleaned, so then he can get the good knowledge. So if data goes wrong, so obviously he is not going to get any kind of information. That's the reason training set is referred to as a category or class. These tuples can also be referred to as sample, object, or data points. So now to build the classifier or model, we need four steps: learning step, classification algorithm, build from the training set, constitutes the training set, so also called as objects or data points. Thank you.